grab you for a minute?
No.
Now, you know, of course, the fighter's humble. He's not underestimating his opponent, so he didn't predict a knockout. But what about you, Calvin? You think your boy?
Y'all must know. Kid, come here, please. He's the knockout man. I'm the finisher. You know what I'm saying? I like to finish a fight. My job is punishment.
I'm up on the points though.
Yeah.
26 KOs, right?
But how many been punished though first? He punished him first.
But he
gets he can't. But I don't trade him for that because you never know how a fight gonna go, and you always gotta be prepared to go that long haul. You know what I'm saying? But all us three, we put out what you call it and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? And we watch it come together. You know. You can't sleep on any fighter. That fighter. Let's go back to the Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. It can happen. You know, upsets can happen. You know what I'm saying? But you have to prepare and don't let your fighter get you like, you know, when he gets you that level, you got to bring him back. And he experienced that as a younger age in the amateurs. He won Silver Gloves, and he was big-headed. Kid came back the final year, met him again in the finals. You know, lessons. There's always lessons. You know what I'm saying? Every fight is a lesson. You know,
Cruz, like we were mentioning with the headbutts. I mean, Francisco's eyelid.
Right, that changed the fight. That changed the fight, to tell you the truth.
I think it was, or 9th round, whatever.
That changed the fight. He got 3 hands.
Yeah.
You know, so
how do you watch out for that? Or you keep
we're gonna make it clear, like we're doing right now. We're making it clear. If you go back and look at the other fights, we're gonna tell the ref to look at that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, like right now, what we're doing, we letting them know that he do use his head a lot. You know, some other issues that he do and whatnot. You know, you just got to have a real thorough official in there because it can get ugly. Because I know how he get down. He gonna know how we get down. You know, so if you want to fight that way, that's fine.
But Rolly himself wasn't the most clean fighter either. Not so much the head.
We know that.
So you guys were kind of training for.
Well, again. These preparing them, I look at it as to see where Tank at the diversity. You know what I'm saying? Him going through that situation. You got dirty fighters out there. You got dirty fighters. You got fighters that they want to win. They want to do anything, any means to actually win a fight. So that's our job is to prepare him. That's part of the fight. It's part of the fight. It's the fight game.
You know, he's fighting a fighter from Mexico, and Tank mentioned he thinks he's looking for the uppercut. So maybe
yeah, of course.
Does that mean you killed him? You know, you show you're the body puncher.
We can't tell you secrets.
I know.
We can't tell you secrets. Can't give y'all the game plan.
He is a nasty body puncher, though, isn't he, Gervonta?
He's everything. Y'all ain't get to see everything that he do. It's a different type of opponent that y'all haven't seen him in front of. We have. You know, so you just got to see how it unfold at the fight.
What do you think of, you know, him, Dev, and Teofimo fighting 8 days apart? People will draw comparisons.
It's good for boxing. It's good for boxing. Boxing get to see the guys that they are looking at and trying to put them against each other. You know what I'm saying? We had a performance from Shakur. Who else was on deck? Devin Gray have his little step up. What's his name is great. Get a chance to get his name because what's the guy he's fighting? Devin fighting?
Jojo Diaz.
Jojo Diaz has been around for all of them, but his name is not like that. So again, he's trying to make his a statement and whatnot. Who else we got fighting?
T.O. fighting Kambosos.
T.O. That fight should have been happening.
Yeah, like in February. No.
That fight should have been happening, but it didn't. You know, so now we get to see how T.O. dealt with that.
Do you expect both of them to win their fights, Haney and Lopez?
It's hard to say because the guy he's fighting, he's hungry. And the time he's been waiting to get in that ring with him, he had enough time to work on a lot of stuff.
And he was an Olympian, like you said.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah,
he has something to prove. That them fights like that are dangerous.
You feel like Dev's fight with Diaz could tell us something about a potential Tank fight because it's a southpaw, similar build?
He's preparing himself. I'm a coach. I watch, I study, and I have the Bible right there. We look at all aspects of how the business side is and getting the person ready to get to the bag, and Tank is the bag.
Right. So those are development fights for the big.
All of them, everybody. If you go back,
is Tank getting the right development fights for those big fights?
Tank fighting everything that they put in front of him, and like I always say, Floyd is the best that did it. Their team did what they do. Can't take nothing from them. Their record speaks for itself.
I mean, because Santa Cruz, Barrios, and now Cruz, it is 3 different looks, right? So you're getting...
No, it was just based on the opportunity of the weight classes and who brought what to the table as far as the finance. And everybody missed the business side. Before a fight was even made, money is being spent.
Thanks, Coach.
Is there any like style you still want to put Tank in at some point before?
No, I just want them to fight the guys that they put in front of them that the so-called fans want to see. That's what it's about, the fans at the end of the day.
Right. Who do you consider the second guy behind your fighter? Who's the best outside of Gervonta?
No, because I like Shakur, grew up with him. Teofimo won't like him, grew up with him. Devin, me and his dad, cool. He came to my rescue one time when they first sparred each other. They sparred each other. Dad said, man, he's an animal. I like all of them because they putting in work and they doing it. It's a billion boxers, but only a few names are mentioned. Their names are mentioned.
People, they made so much about that session. Was it as good as it sounded? Like,
well, ours was close between me and Devin. Dad, here was like a circus. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was holding Tank back. Yeah, Floyd was holding Tank back. Tank just got off the plane. You know how you just get in Vegas. You know, so again, ain't nobody showing up in this camp asking to get no work with him.
Right. Has that been hard?
No, it's not hard. It's just I find it funny when everybody say they want to get that smoke. There a few times a lot of people was coming through, but they was guys that just wanted to get the experience with Tank, and I salute them.
I mean, I can't blame them though. Like, you know, even with 16-ounce gloves, it looks like the shots hurt. Even with headgear.
They do. And Tank even said it like, yo, I felt my hands through the gloves.
Is that it? Along with that, Calvin, I won't keep you too much longer. What is it that separates him from the pack of all these talented young guys?
Time will tell.
Yeah. We just got to see, right?
Yeah, we got to see. Time will tell.
Thank you, Calvin. Always good talking with you.
Appreciate you.